Hi everyone, so today I have been asked to create a video on how I made my virtual bingo game. So the first thing I'm going to do is Google free bingo card generator. The first link that pops up is myfreebingocards.com. This is a free custom bingo card generator that'll let you produce 30 bingo cards for free. I use this when I am creating bingo cards for in-person learning. I used it all last year, and it's a really great website, and I'm actually going to continue using that in order to make my virtual bingo game. So you're going to click on that, and it is going to bring you to this website here, which I've already gone through and filled in. You can change the title, enter the words that you want to have on your bingo card. You can change the theme to a bunch of different ones. If I'm doing it in class, I like to do the ink saver theme or sometimes the notepad theme. But for virtual, I find that the classic theme or something with some color works better because it's easier for them to see on their computer screens. You can also set the grid size to 3x3, 4x4, or 5x5, or automatic. I usually just leave it on automatic because sometimes I don't know which one I'm going to do until I start actually entering in the words and seeing how many words I have and things like that. For bingo cards per page, I like to put it on 2 medium cards because that saves paper that way. And it's the easiest one for me to work with, but you can also choose 1 large card, which will fill up the whole page, or 4 really small cards. The next thing you're going to hit is next step. And it's going to take you to a page where you can download your bingo cards. Now, typically, if you were to click this 30 cards for free, it would have automatically just downloaded them as a PDF. However, because they realize that a lot of people are switching to virtual bingo right now, when you click this link, it takes you to this page about your virtual bingo game, and it instructs you how to play virtually. However, this virtual link does not work with our school website. We do not have access to it. So you cannot use their virtual bingo game. We actually have to create our own. And honestly, I like the way mine came out better anyway. So when you get to this page, you're just going to click print all. When you click on print all, it's going to give you the option to download your PDF. So you're going to go ahead and download that. It's going to open up in a new page. It's going to give you instructions on how to play bingo if you've never played before. It'll give you instructions on how you can edit and create more bingo cards. It also includes a bingo callers card, which you can use to mark off what you've already called. And then down here, it will give you 30 individual cards that have all been rearranged so that every student can have a different card. So up here, you're going to click download. Now, if you were going to be playing this in person in class, you could definitely just go ahead and print directly from this page, but I like to always start by clicking download first. So I'm going to save those, and then we are going to switch screens. So I will be right back. Okay, we are back. So now I have opened up my saved bingo card file, and the next thing that you're going to do is you're actually going to have to screenshot each individual card. This does take a little bit of time, but once you've done it, you've got it over with, and it's the easiest thing I have found. So the way I like to do that is I have it open on PDF, and I make sure I can see the complete card in the screen, and then I just go to my snipping tool, and I highlight my snipping tool, and then when it opens up, you click New, and I actually want to zoom out just a little bit more. I'm going to zoom out one more time here. Okay, now I'm going to open this, click New, and then I'm just going to drag and drop, hit Save, and I have a folder that I have created, new folder, where I'm going to be putting all these, and I number them. So then once you've saved one, you just hit New again, drag, highlight, drop, click Save, label it number 2, and then you scroll down, and you continue doing this until you have screenshotted or saved each bingo card as its own image file. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here and let you go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you have screenshotted all of your bingo cards, you should end up with a folder that looks like this, where you just have a lot of bingo cards labeled 1 through however many you need. For the class that I'm making today, I only need 14 bingo cards. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up a new Google slide. Let's close that, okay? So when your Google Slides open, they look like this. The first thing you're going to do is go to File, down to Page Layout, or Page Setup, sorry. File, Page Setup. You're going to click on this and change it to Custom, and you're going to make it the size of a typical piece of paper, which would be 8.5 by 11 inches. The next thing you're going to do is change this layout to blank. You don't want any text boxes on your layout. So you're just going to change that to a blank, 8.5 by 11. It'll look like a normal piece of paper. I'm also going to go ahead and close this themes box because I do not need that. The next thing you're going to do is create your clickable link page. And what I mean by that, if nobody has seen my virtual bingo game, I will open one up real quick for you. Maybe. Here we go. So here's a virtual bingo game that I've already created. So we're going to, in the end, have something that looks like this. The first slide is going to say, click on your name and then the slide number. This will take you to your bingo card. So you're going to need to list your students' names, and then you're going to be linking each student's name to a slide number. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here. I'm going to insert a text box. I already know I'm going to need one up here that says all of that information. Click on your name and then the slide number. This will take you to your designated bingo card. Okay. We already know we're going to have a box that says that, and I'm going to make sure that I format it however I would like. Okay, then you're going to need to insert another text box down here, and this is where you're going to be putting your students' names. So you're going to just type out all of your students' names, or you can copy and paste this from PowerSchool. If you do copy and paste it from PowerSchool, you need to just make sure that you unlink their names, because their names are going to automatically be linked in PowerSchool. So you'll just need to make sure that you unlink those. So I'm going to pause here and let you go ahead and fill in your names. You could also format this and make it look all pretty or however you want it to. Okay, once you have entered all of your students' names, now we're going to actually be creating the bingo cards. So I'm going to go back to my one I had already made to show you what that's going to look like. But basically, you're just going to have a blank slide. We're going to insert the photo as a background, and then off to the side, you're going to end up with these little markers that your students are able to drag and drop onto their little cards as we go along. And we're then going to also be linking their slides to their name, so that if I was this first student, I would be able to click slide 2 and it would automatically take me to my card. If I was this student, I would be able to click slide 9 and it would automatically take me to that card. So that is the end goal. So on this slide, we now have our student names. We're going to click over here, new slide, and we're going to make sure that it again is blank. Now we're going to go to background. You want your image to be a background so that it does not move around and your students are not able to change it while they're playing. So you're going to click background, choose image, and browse. Now you should be able to go to that folder that you already created with all your bingo cards, and you're just going to go in order and create a bunch of slides. So slide number 1 is going to be bingo card number 1. Click upload and done. Then we're going to repeat those steps. Insert blank slide, background, choose image, browse, slide number 2, card number 2, and done. You're going to repeat this for all of your cards. I'm going to pause here. Okay, so now I'm done with that, and I have 14 different bingo cards for all of my students. Now I'm going to go back up to the top here, and I'm just going to go down the list of names. You're going to highlight the name, right-click, link, and then you're going to click on slides in this presentation. So card number 1 is actually on slide number 2 because obviously the first slide is the slide with their names. So the name at the top is going to be slide 2, and then hit apply. And then I'm going to go to the second name, right-click, link, slides in this presentation, click on slide 3, hit apply. Third name, right-click, link, slides in this presentation, slide number 4, and apply. I'm going to go down the line and do that for all of them until they each are designated to a different card. Okay, so now I'm doing my last one, highlight, link, hit this button, down arrow until the last slide, and apply. So now every single one of my students has a different slide designated to their name that they will click on, and it will take it to them. The last step you need to do to create this virtual bingo game is to add your markers. So I go to the first bingo card, and I'm going to click Insert a text box, and you're just going to draw it over here off to the side. It does not need to be on the actual page because they are going to be just playing on this like a Google Slides presentation. So it doesn't have to be fitted onto the page anywhere specifically. I'm going to make that a little larger. Markers. Oh, markers does not have 2 M's. There we go. And then I want to just fill it in so that it's, cute looking. Okay, so you have a little section here that says markers. Next, you need to actually add the markers. And so I like to give them at least 25 markers just because then I know they're going to have plenty. So you're going to go to Insert Shapes, and then a circle. You're going to just draw a little circle, fill it in, give it a color. I like to make it something that's going to pop on their page, so like an opposing color. So we'll go with blue. Okay? And once you have one, then you can just click on it and copy and paste, or you can use the keyboard shortcuts if you know those. And I'm going to move that right here. And then I'm just going to copy and paste a bunch of these onto the paper until you end up with 25 of them that look like this. Now, once you've created this game once, you can always go over here, drag and drop, copy from this presentation, and move it to this one if you would like to do it that way as well. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and just copy and paste that onto my presentation, but you can also sit there and create them for the first time if you have never made them. And then once you have them on one presentation, you simply highlight all of it, copy, and then you can go down and paste them on every single presentation. So that is the fastest way to do that. Okay, and then once all of your slides have a set of markers off to the side, the last thing you need to do is title this. So we're going to title mine Structural Organization Bingo. Oh, can't spell today. And then the next thing you need to do is click Share. And I like to make it where anyone with the link can edit it just because I know then no one's going to have any issues. But you could also change this to just Thomasville City Schools. But make sure that you give them permission to edit because we're all going to be playing off of one document and they need to make sure they have access to it and that they're able to edit it. So then you're going to just copy this link here and you're going to send that out to your students and they should be able to open it and you should all be able to play virtual bingo together. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at sake@tcs.k12.nc.us and I will gladly answer any questions or help you if I can. Okay, thank you.